Hello survivors, hello family and friends. This is Roy from Bootsy Sweet Tut's Guide to Life and Other Disappointing Experiences with a not so disappointing experience. Look what I found in the thrift store. This bag of cording with some bells. I had no idea what was in here, but I need cording, so I bought the bag. And what a surprise. Nothing better for a craftsperson than to find a bag like a grab bag full of surprises. Please stay tuned to see what I found in here for this short video. Thank you. I think one of the things that connect crafters, and there are a lot, but one of the things we have in common is our love for thrift stores. And you all know, if you've watched a couple of my early videos, I found a thrift store that that's really become my favorite. And I went there on their 50% off days. So this bag, I don't know whether you can see it, was $1.99. So I paid $1 for this. And it's difficult when you're in the store to actually see exactly what you're getting. But that's part of the surprise. So this had bells, which I have, and I'm sure most of you have tons of. And then it had cording, a lot of cording. I saw one round bead that had been painted, looked like flesh to me, but flesh tone, well, pink tone. I mean, I don't know anybody that looks like this, but Crayola crayons used to call it flesh. And oh, here's another one that wasn't visible to me. And the cording to me was what was attractive, because I can use this for handbags. So this was $1. So the first thing I did was opened it up and took out the bells. And lo and behold, I found an angel's face with the halo. And these are the commercial kind you can find in some of the art stores, craft stores. Just a pipe cleaner through a bead with a face. And then I found this. Big rings, I guess they're 2 inches, give or take. 2 inches and change, with the cording cut. Let's see, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there was 7 on them. I'm not sure. Let me see. Here's another one. No, maybe I'm counting wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, there were 7 cords on them. And then I found, this is the way it came. I didn't do anything to it. So now I found this in the, oops, another head. And I need these because one of my next videos is going to be making a fabric angel that you can use as a gift tag, and a form of it made out of paper of all kinds. I found some magazine paper even, and I hope that will appeal to the journaling group. I know my husband's interested in that. So this already started to intrigue me. Oh, and actually, if I did this, this is not the way I found it, but if I did this, it starts to look even more interesting. You remember the yarn dolls we used to make? This is very similar in its concept, not so similar in its construction. And then finally, pièce de résistance. Whoop, another 2. Now remember, this was $1. You pay $1 just for these heads. Goodness. And I kept digging and digging, and there was so much cording, but none of them, the reason why I bought it, to use as handbags, handles. Look what I found. Someone finished the project. There's even a hook on it. Now I'm hoping you can see this. I'll hold it up. Okay. Can you see the hands holding the bow? And you could put anything. And there's that other bell that was missing. I call this my snow angel because it reminds me of a snow baby kind of thing. And it's so cute, and it hangs from the tree. That's adorable. So of course I took the rest of this out, and here's what in total what I got for $1. I got this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you take the completed one, 7 of these. And all this is, as you probably have determined, is unraveling, unraveling and spreading out the fibers, which is, take it from me, tedious beyond tedious, but very, very therapeutic. You can sit there and just play with this and play with this, just play with this while you're watching television, while you're watching a holiday movie. You don't even have to concentrate a lot. And eventually it gets all puffy, but you've got to, if you can see what the person did, is they put the pipe cleaner around the joining of one of the hitches, the knots that was made, and then took another, I guess it's another 2, and wrapped it around to make sort of like a waist cinch on it. And then whoever made this took these 2 that were left dangling and sort of made hands out of them, certainly arms, and put a bow and a bell. You could put anything. I could think of little candles, whatever, a heart for love. So I wound up with all of this for $1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads, 7 circles, and 7, enough cord for 7 of these angels. They're so pretty. These will fly off the shelf at our church fair. And then, just because I like to explore and take things apart, by the way, here's a hint, if you're looking for a hint. If you buy the boxed salad mixes, save a couple of them before you put them in the recycling, just in case you need them to store something. So I kept this separate from everything else. Ooh, sorry about that. It's temporary, just so that I had this available to me right away. So what I found in my stash of stuff is this cording, which is very similar. I tried some wool. This is that polyethylene, or whatever you want to call it. Can you hear? I'm crunching it. It's that stiff. So I tried that, and I found this, and you can see that this probably is going to work. This, believe it or not, is from the marine section in Walmart, or in my case Ace Hardware for this one. So this I got out of the boating section. I guess you use it for, certainly not ankle line, but you can use it to hang bumpers and things from the boat. And this was regular cording that you buy by the yard in the fabric store. Then I turned out I had something similar now to what I found in the bag. Now the braiding, the twisting, is very different. You see, this one is braided and this one is twisted. The braided works better, I found. So then I played with it. Oh, I also tried some tulle. I thought this was going to be beautiful. Turned out okay. Let me show you what I wound up doing with this. I took a bangle that I got from one of the hauls that I had. This was in one of the bags of jewelry that I bought, and I tied that yellow, and you can see it's starting to work already. So little bit of playing and you can find some other colors. So here's yellow. That'll eventually come puffy like this. Let me get her out of the box out of there. That'll eventually become puffy like this when you manipulate it enough. I tried a regular yarn pom-pom. I don't know, had minor success with that. So you figure I wasn't going to make a whole bunch if I didn't like the way one turned out. The tulle is not bad. I would try the tulle as a whole circle, although you really would be difficult to get the arms and the arms made. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll try one. They'd have to be longer though, right? Yes, they would have to be. These would have to be longer. If the longer you make them though, the less puffy they are because they're spreading out. Here is a pom-pom that I tied all of them together in a knot to give some volume to the ring. I don't like that. That didn't work out. Hysterically, this nylon stuff is fun to look at. I don't know if we'd use it. It is kind of fun. It's kind of weird to look at. And here's the regular commercial braiding rather, I guess it's called braiding, from Joann's. And that could work a little, but it's not going to give you this effect. And I played with a smaller ring to see how that would look as an embellishment on something. And I kind of like this. The size of it is very, very good. So, hope you can hear the leaf blower going on outside. We have enough leaves. I've been a little delayed in getting some videos out. I'm having, and of course we all know the dangers of carpal tunnel. Having some carpal tunnel and other tendonitis issues, and of course my dominant hand, which is now. But this one I alternated tulle and yarn to give it a bit of a depth and volume. So you could try that, see how that works. I think a whole circle of this, and even if you cut it, see if you cut it, well, what I mean, if I cut it, why don't I just cut it? And you can see, I'll just take off half the volume. Look at how, I think this has potential as well. Very pretty, I think, if it's all stacked, you know, it's got to be full volume. I didn't want to do this as a full project unless I was really going to use it. And I thought of other things we could use in the circle. It doesn't have to be a doll. It could be a picture frame, could be a gem in there of some kind. But it was a fun find. It's one of those little treasures that you didn't expect, and all of a sudden, boom, it paid off. So here's our little angel. I would suggest if you're doing something like this, on the back, glue these all together because they tend to travel, you see. And whoever made this cut the fuzzies very short here and left them very long down here, you see. So that's what would work also with the tooling, with the tool, if you made it the long ones on the bottom and the shorter on the. It's very pretty. This again, of course, is what I was talking about. You got to glue this together so they stay down. So this was a really unexpected find for $1 in my local thrift store. I hope you enjoy this video. If you have some suggestions for other projects to be made in this manner with the same kinds of effects with the fuzzy rope and twine, please comment below, and I hope you give it a try. I'm going to try to make a couple of others. I have a video coming out probably within a week of just some flat two-dimensional angels. Well, one will be using these heads. I'm not sure I'm going to use the halo. I'm probably not going to use the halo. Although, you know what? We'll see what it looks like when it's done. Yeah. So anyway, give it a try if you like it. It's just another idea, but more importantly, you never know what you're going to get in the thrift store when you buy something and you can't tell what's in the bag. This is one of those surprise packages. So I hope everyone stays well. Do you like this? This is one of my new crochet projects. I had an old washer in the toolbox, and I had some cording left over. This is some sort of poly something or other. I made myself a little bracelet. At some point later on, I'll make this one again because I like it a lot, and maybe I'll make it in other colors depending on the washers that I get. It'd be fun to have a real steel washer. I don't know, would you call that steampunk? Who knows? Anyway, this was my find. Enjoy, have a great day. Please subscribe if you like this kind of project. Please share, please thumbs up, but more importantly, comment if you can. If you feel you'd like to comment, and let me know what you think. So, until the next time, bye for now.